Hello and welcome to December. Wow, have we got to the end of 2025? So thank you so much for joining me and making this time whether it's live or watching the replay, giving yourself this space to reflect and reset ready for this month ahead. A month that can be very busy, very overwhelming, trying to get things finished before the festive break, also trying to get things organised for the festive break, whether it's buying presents, Christmas decorations, visiting friends and family, parties, so much that could be going on for us right now, which is why the theme for December is pause and prepare. So pausing to prepare within the month and within each day within the month, but then obviously we've also got a new year coming up, so we're pausing and preparing for that as well, but not in a new year, new you kind of way, just that sort of really gentle, grounded way to help us feel like we can slow down and really notice what's going on for us and really tune into what we really want 2026 to feel like. As always, we will start with some gentle stretching, and then we'll move into sort of a bit of a visualization, get grounded, and then we'll finish with some reflections and journaling if you choose to journal. We're actually going to stay seated today. So what I'd like you to do, I invite you to come into a comfortable seated position for you. That might be with your legs crossed, it might be with your legs out in front, and you might want your legs slightly apart, or it might mean sitting on a chair. That's also fine, and I will mention about sort of slight adaptations for if you're joining from a chair today. Okay, so let's just settle and make ourselves nice and tall. Imagine that golden thread pulling us from the tip of the head, making us tall. Take a deep breath in and a heavy exhale out. And again in. One more. And let's roll the shoulders up towards the ears and back. And again. And again. And one more time. Okay. And then what I'd like you to do is tip your head to your left side. And just as far as is comfortable, just sort of relax off the right shoulder. And then what I'd like you to do is just tip the chin towards the chest. And you're just going to keep it there. And then bring it back straight, and then bring the head back to center. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side. So tip the head to the right hand side. And then just tip it forward, a little nod forward. Bring a bit more of a stretch in the back of the neck. Then back over the shoulder, back to center. Let's repeat that 2 more times on both sides. So tip the head to the left, nod it forward, and back over the shoulder, back to center. To the right, nod forward, back over the shoulder, back to center. One more time. Over the left shoulder, nod forward, back over the shoulder and center, and to the right, nod forward, back over the shoulder and back to center. And let's just roll those shoulders back again. Okay. And what I'd like you to do now is take a nice deep breath in, Open the arms out wide into a T shape. Okay, just take them slightly back behind you, only as far as is comfortable. Look to the sky, but you're not tipping the head right back, just gentle lift of the chin and lift the eyes towards the ceiling or the sky. And then bring your arms round in front of you, cross your left shoulder, your left arm on top, and give yourself a big hug. See if you can make that hug just a little bit tighter, as if you're trying to get your fingertips to meet across the back, which they won't do, but give it a go anyway. So just give yourself a really nice warm hug like Olaf, and then sit up nice and tall. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lean to the left, and then you're going to circle forwards and round and back. Okay, and then do that again. And one more time. And just let your breath be gentle in its natural rhythm. When you've done that a third time, sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Open the arms out into that T. Drop the shoulders down. And look to the sky, and then bring the other arm across on top, and give yourself a nice big hug. And then we're going to lean to the other side, to the left, and we'll do our spinal circles in the other direction. And back to center, and release. Take the arms out wide again, and then this time bring them behind the back, and you can interlace them, or you can place them on your hip bones on your back and rest your fingertips on your buttocks, and push the shoulders back, stretch that chest again, a little gentle lift of the chin to look to the sky. Imagine you're squeezing a pencil, trying to hold a pencil between your shoulder blades. Make sure those shoulders are back and down. And then let's reach forward and bring the arms forward, and imagine you're hugging a giant beach ball. And let's take the arms behind again and stretch. Squeeze that pencil, shoulders down, gentle lift of the chin. And back to hugging that big beach ball. And one more. Reach back. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Squeeze the pencil. And back to hugging the beach ball. And come up to seated. And now place your hands on your knees, and you're just going to lean forward. And if it's comfortable to do so, reach the hands out in front, and then you can just gently walk them forwards. Just feel a stretch in the lower back. If you've got your legs crossed like me, you'll probably feel it a bit in your glutes as well. And then just walk the hands back up. You can place your hands on your knees to help lift you up. So if you're sat on a chair, you can just reach the arms out in front or keep them rested on your knees, and you're just nice neutral spine, just leaning forward, so we're not rolling down. And let's walk the hands back in. And one more time, walk those hands forward, gentle lean forward. And back again. Okay, so if you're seated on the floor, bring the legs out in front, and then what I'd like you to do is bend them and place your feet flat on the floor, reach behind you. If you're in a chair, just come forward, make sure you're on the edge of the chair so that you can get some movement within the hips. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some windshield wipers to the right. So what I'd like you to do is drop the knees to the right hand side, only as far as comfortable, and come back to center. And again, back to center, and again. Now, if you want to, you can either stay here, keep doing that, or you can cross your left knee, your left leg. So imagine you're sitting cross-legged over the other leg, and then continue with that same movement. Nice and gentle. And a couple more on this side. And back to center. And if you've got your legs crossed, just uncross them, and we can go to the other side. So drop the legs down to the left and back. Don't be surprised if one side feels freer than the other. If you can get your legs a little bit lower on one side than the other, that's perfectly normal. Simply notice what's going on in your body, where you're feeling maybe a little bit more tightness, a little bit more congestion. If you want to do the crossover on this side, you're more than welcome. Interestingly, I can feel that more on that side. Normally it's the other side for me. And just one more here. And uncross the legs if you've crossed them. Bring yourself back up to seated position. And we're going to take a 45-45 position. So if you're sat on a chair, you can turn your legs a bit if you want, or you can just keep your legs straight and your knees pointing forward. So we're going to take our feet to our right hand side and sit in this 45-degree position. So we've got a 45-degree angle within our knees, both sides, and your back foot and your front foot you can point or you can flex, whichever is more comfortable. And you're going to reach out to the left hand side for a bit of support. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach back. So you can do this in your chair, even with your legs pointing forward. You're just going to reach up to the right hand side, look towards that hand, and then bring the hand round to the other side in a gentle twist. Again, only with what is comfortable for you today. And let's do 2 more on this side. And bring yourself back to center and carefully bring yourself out of that position. And let's take our legs to the other side. And hand out to the side, and let's reach to the sky. And up, the hand down, bring it down to the other hand. And out. And in. Just let your breath be natural. But do remember to breathe. It's quite important. Let's get 2 more this side. And bring yourself back to center. And bring yourself to a comfortable seated position. That might be cross-legged. You might want to sit onto your knees. You might want a cushion, or you might want to transfer to a chair, whatever works for you. And we're going to move on into our visualization for today. So get yourself settled, just wiggle the shoulders, relax yourself down, and allow your eyes to soften or to close. Feel the weight of your body supported beneath you. Take a deep breath in through your mouth and a big sigh out. Let's do that 2 more times. In and sigh out. Let the shoulders drop. Let everything sort of sink into the floor. One more big breath in. And sigh it out. Now allow your breath to settle back into its natural rhythm. And I invite you to imagine you are standing at the edge of a quiet winter landscape. Picture it in your mind. The ground is firm beneath you. The air is cool and fresh. There is a soft glow of sunrise or sunset on the horizon, casting gentle light across the scene. Nothing here is rushing. Nothing needs your attention. Notice how it feels to stand somewhere that doesn't require anything from you. Take a slow breath in and release it gently. With each exhale, imagine the noise of the weeks ahead drifting a little further away. The work pressures, the to-do lists, the emotional ups and downs, the changing plans. See them as a light mist around you that thins with every breath out. All those things are still there, but they no longer press in. They soften at the edges. Feel the steadiness of the ground beneath your feet. Imagine that steadiness spreading gently upward through your legs, through your spine, up to your chest and to your jaw. A slow settling, a quieting, a returning to yourself. Ahead of you, you see a small clear space beginning to open in the landscape. A space that feels peaceful and uncluttered. A pause in the middle of everything. You walk toward it in your mind and step into it. Feel the difference in the air here. A little more freedom, a little more ease. A sense there is room for you to breathe. Stay here for a few slow breaths. Let the stillness reach you. Let it soften the places inside you that feel tired, stretched, or pulled in many directions. In this space, gently ask yourself, what do I need this month? Say the question slowly in your mind and wait for whatever arises. You don't need to search for an answer. Let it come in its own time. And there is no right or wrong here. Whatever comes, let it come. Now ask, what do I need less of? Notice any thoughts, sensations, or images that surface. Give them space without judgment. When you're ready, ask yourself, where do I want to create more room? Room in my days, room in my energy, room in my thinking, room in my expectations. Let the question settle. Let any answers land softly. Take another slow breath. Feel your feet on the ground in this quiet winter space. You are preparing without pushing, making room without forcing anything, allowing clarity to come gently. Now imagine a warm, steady light beginning to grow inside that clear space. A light that represents calm, steadiness, and readiness. Let it grow just enough to feel supportive. Imagine taking a small step forward into the month ahead, carrying that steady light with you. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to have a perfect plan. You only need to bring this sense of calm readiness with you. Take a slow breath in. Hold it for a moment and release it gently. Begin to bring your awareness back into your physical body. Notice the points of contact with the chair or the floor. Notice the weight of your hands. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take one more grounding breath and gently open your eyes when you are ready. And keeping this gentle awareness with you, take a moment to pick up your journal if you have one, and make a note of anything that came to you during our time. And as always, I have a few more questions for you to consider. It's an invitation, no pressure if you want to simply free write or you've got lots that came up, just then stick with that. But here are some options that you might like to think about. And a bit of a repetition of what we've just talked about as well. So what do I need more of this month? And what do I need less of? What would help you feel more grounded as the year comes to a close? Where do you want to create more space or in your days or in your energy. And how do you want to feel as we transition to January in the new year, that Twixmas period? What is one gentle step that would support you this week, this month? Let your thoughts flow without editing. There are no right or wrong answers. Simply write what wants to be written. And as our time together draws to an end, I invite you to take one more slow breath in through the nose and a long exhale through the mouth. Thank yourself for making this time to pause and prepare as we head into December. As you step into the rest of your week and the month, may you carry a little more clarity, softness, and steadiness with you.